Okay, so now we're done and dusted here with 2015. We can have a look ahead to 2016. It is time to go through the players' salaries, budgets, renewals, expiries, all that kind of contractual stuff. And we first off, we'll have a look at who is out of contract for the upcoming 2016 salary. So we'll go through. Alexander and Braden Mitchell still have 1 year remaining on their contracts. John Afoa is out of contract. So there's first man, do we re-sign John Afoa? We go through the rest of the teams. Itzebeth, 2 years. Retallick, 2 years. Moen and Armitage still have 3 years left. Nasimanu, 1 to go on him. Now, Aaron Smith, the All Black scrum half. Do we renew Aaron Smith? He has expired. Through the rest of the team, Sopawanga has 1 year remaining. We'll just shimmy on down here. Patrick Osborne, 1 year remaining for him. Sonny Bill Williams, 2 years remaining for him. So thankfully we don't have to try and renew his contract. Sherwin Stowers, key man, player of the season twice in a row now. 58,000, he is as cheap as chips. Do we renew him? 29, he's getting on. How long do we want him for? Surely we have to renew him. Gillies Kaka, well, he was close to being chopped last year, but has somehow worked his way into the starting 15 and has become a key man in the squad. He has expired, and it's up to you guys. Do we keep him or do we let him go? Ben Smith, 1 year left for his contract, so don't have to worry about him this year, but he is 29. Into the reserves bench, and we can have a look. Dixon and Kitshoff, 1 year left for those two. Tamiafuna and O'Brien have 3 years left. Hoggard, 2 years left. Fikatawa and Wade have 4 years left for their contract, but it is Ihaya West at the bottom who has expired. Do we want to keep West? He was great our first season. Goodness me, don't forget that. So we go too far there. We will go to the bottom here. We have Fofana and Robbie Robinson who have 1 year left apiece. Fumiaki Tanaka, he has expired, so we haven't seen much of Tanaka, but do we want a third scrum half in the team? Or do we want to let him go? It's good to have the depth there. Also, a few of you have mentioned Sexton. Do we want to let him go a year early? Of course, it does not hinder us too much in signing a new player. If we release them early, we can terminate any early contracts. So if there's anyone you want to see let go, we can let them go just as easily as we get them. So Brad Thorne is retiring, which means we only have 2 locks in the squad now. So locks are a big thing. We need locks. We need lots of locks. Going through the rest, Gonover, he has 3 years left. Robshaw 1, Ranger 2, along with Coltman with 2. And that is the squad. So get the thinking caps on as to which of those players you want to see gone and which you'd like to see return for 2016. Okay, so there's plenty of players here to sign up. Let's see who is off contract for 2016. We'll have a quick squizzy here through the top, 20 or 30 players in each position. Of course, feel free to let me know of any other players you'd like to know if they're on. Feel free to tweet me if someone's off contract, and I can easily respond to that and let you know if they are or not. But let's have a look at who we got here. We got Pete Cowan at the top of the list. He's the top-rated loose-head prop off contract at the moment. Going through the rest of them, there's Castex. Wow, this man, he has been around, has he not, at the Waratahs at the moment, but out of contract. So not a huge Scott Seo there. He is off contract. Joe Moody. Ustenhazen, he's off contract. So we've got a few players here from the Sharks. Bill Chadwick there. So there's plenty of players here as we start getting into the 40s. Not the best. Don't want to go down this slope. So on to hookers now. Oh, and we've got Demel Munch here. So that's interesting. We've went overseas now. Chance for him to come back. Sarzutsky, the Frenchman. Could we see him making a comeback or making a return? Not a return, what am I saying? Making a venture into Super Rugby. We also have Botha, Relapelli there. Rob Herring, Moore. Charles, goodness me, we have all sorts going on here. Gerardo, Mafu. Plenty of players here. Oh, there's Matu'u from the Hurricanes could be coming. Luke Holmes, Parsons. Oh, there's some names here. There's some names that the Highlanders might be interested in. So start getting into the 50s, into a bit of the no-namers here. Quinton McDonald. There's one for the ITM Cup people. That is us for hookers, though. We'll move on to the tight head props. So, what have we got? Of course, James Afoa. Goodness me, another Afoa. And we have a couple of Uruguay players there into the team. Oh, into the transfer list. So no huge names. Afiaki. Oh, there's Sikopi Kepu. Chance there for Tumanga Allen as well. So a few players as we go through. Oh, there's Ta'aval. A few players coming from ITM Cup sides. No big names as far as Super Rugby players go. There's Van Wyk from the Bulls. Mafu Fia from Manawatu. They have plenty. Honik. So not a huge amount of big name tight head props going around. Now this here is the area we need to have a serious look at. It is locks. Now this is just number 4 locks. And there's not a huge amount either. But there's plenty off contract. Simmons, Fardy, McComb, Diego, Pyle. Hugh Pyle's off contract. Steenkamp, Wrestler. And that is it. That is all for number 4 hookers. Goodness me. As for number 5, we've got Andreas Becker. That could be a huge signing for the team. Can we afford that though? That's going to be interesting. Elwyn Jones off contract. Wow. 30-year-old. Do we want him coming in? Mark Chisholm. A few old names here. Alvacetti, Aaron Shingler, Bradley Davies. Goodness me, there's some big Northern Hemisphere names here. Hugh McMiniman. Also a possibility. Culloch, the Scotsman. 34 though. How long will he be around for? We've seen Brad Thorne retiring this year. Neville, Vahamahina, of course we chopped him off our contract. Kalamatangi, Broadhurst. Oh, there's some talent here. I tell you, there's some talent here. Heading from the Bulls. Parsons, Goodwin from the Waratahs. Warwick, Evans, oh, there's Wykes as well. Gosling. Oh, there's some big names here. Who do we want to join the Highlanders? We definitely need some locks, so there's your choices. We need to at least pull 2 more locks into the team. Blindside flankers now, we've got Rocky Ellison, Shulk Berger, Brousseau, Haskell Luatua, Archie Soiello. Well, don't know, I've never heard of that before. Bernard LaRue. So blindside flankers, Vernon, Whitelock. Oh, Bertamoli, Shields, Brad Shields, Francois Lowe. Now, goodness me, there's some names in here. DeTweet, Donnelly. But do we want Tony Donnelly? Do we want more flankers in the team? There's Liam Squire as well. Or are we quite happy with the back row players that we have at the moment? Do we want to get some more coming into the team? Well, decisions to be made. Decisions. If I look at the open sliders, we've got Matt Hodgson. Goodness, he's a big name. Barkley, another Scotsman. Alberts, Daniel Braid, Pochita, Luke Braid, Matt Todd, Zanetti. So we go through plenty more going through here. Artie Sarvia, Dysel from the Shucks. Is that a different one? It is a slightly different one. Liebenberg. So a Japanese player. Rennie. Plenty of names here. Oh, Nyanga. Oh, that is the Frenchman as well. 32 years old. But boy, that's a cheap salary. Do we want to strengthen up that position? Mahoney. Another big name from the Northern Hemisphere. Serge Lilo, Adam Whitelock. Oh, there's plenty to come here. So that is about all we'll look at. There's Matera still in the transfer list of contracted players. Let's go to number 8s here, and we have Beatty, Brown, Colin Burke. Haven't seen that name for a while. Victor Vito. We also have Heath Smith there, Dave Holwell, McCutcheon. So a number of big names at the top there. Quickly levels out here to some lesser known players. Toby Falatau, the Welshman. Do we want him joining the Highlanders? Peter Saili from the Blues. Nick Croswell. Plenty of names here from Super Rugby. There's a Duplessis in there as well. There's Jack Schatz. How's he been left out by the Blues? Goodness me. Oh, there's also Jordan Crane. Missed that one there. So plenty of players as we go through the number 8s. Elliot Dixon. Of course, we left him out. Chisholm. Van Leven. Frugustula. As we're getting into the 50s now, we'll make our way to the scrum halves. And there's not a huge amount straight off the whistle, is there? Ben Youngs, Thomas O'Leary, Morgan Parra, Josh Valentine, Piri Wipu to join the Highlanders, Chris Cassida. Plenty of big names there in the scrum halves. Nick White as well. A couple of Fijians, Andy Ellis, Shane Maitland, Nick Frisbee, Jonathan Evans, Jeremy Sewer. Plenty of top-class scrum halves. Do we want to replace anyone from the Highlanders? Oh, there's Landaho again. He's a talent. He's only 27 now as well. Vermark, Devon Archer, 27-year-old. Plenty of speed in that young man, as we've seen him before. Lucas Schubert's in there. Some Thomases. Start going through down to some ITM Cup. Oh, there's January, different January. That'll do us here. Scrum halves, plenty of names to pick out there. Fly halves. Now this is an area that we're probably a bit in trouble with at the Highlanders. We have no one really taking that position by the scruff of the neck at all. We've got Ruan Pinar at the top of the list. Aaron Cruden, the World Cup winning Stephen Donald, Beric Barnes, Sam Norton-Knight, Jacques Pochita. Have a couple of French and Argentinian players here. As we go through, Ollie Barkley, Blair Stewart. Goodness me, Blair Stewart's still around. George Ford. Now there's a young name that could take the Highlanders by the scruff of the neck, or do we want to stick with what we have? Bosch. Oh, there's another PC. Colin Slade is in the mix as well. Plisson, the Frenchman. Nafiwa. Well, there's plenty of talent here, that's for sure. Bigger, Hernandez, Bobo, Hansik, Broden, George Tumua, Matt Tumua. Goodness me, way down here at 69. Definitely think that's a bit underrated. Plenty more players. So we're just about near the halfway list. A line on the list. Lestrange playing for the Rebels. Toby Lestrange. Wow, goodness me, there's a lot of names down here. Van Answegen from the Stormers. Another option. So left wing, look at this at the top of the list. Julian Savia. What a signing that would be. Afatui. De Pablo from Argentina, Zach Guilford and Joe Rokothoko. Some big names. So we have Clyde Rathbone as well sitting in that list. Oh, Raymond Rule as well. Nakoro, Albert Nakoro, he's a quick young player. So age is something that needs to be thought about here, because Vicinea from the Blues, 22. There's a lot of Rosalia. Here we go, Crusaders at the moment. A lot of young players is what we need to look at. O'Day from Chile. Goodness me. We need, that is all we got for left wing. So age is something we need to look at, being as this does progress and players retire. Brad Thorne is gone. So we go to inside centres. We've got Nonu, McAllister, Tatupu, Luke Marshall, the Ulsterman, my memory serves me correctly, Christian Lealiafano from the Brumbies, Andrew Jennings, Bosman, Puikala, the Tongan, seen that name before, Stephen Boddicker, Tim Bateman from the Hurricanes, Forsyth Reynolds, Mike Harris, Saili. Of course, we had him a couple of years ago. Ryan Crotty, Vanguard. Arkey, Drew Locke. There's McGeegan as well. Remember him from the Glasgow Warriors. Tang Tuipulotu. Another blast from the past. Definitely an aging player. Into the 60s now. There's Waka. Do we want to really go this low? Sonny Ullett, the American. Tom Carter, David Beetham. Do we want to go this low? Phil Burley. A wee bit past us here. We need to look for quality. Into the outside centres now. Jacques Free, Richard Kahui, James Hook. Now there would be a versatile player to add to the team. 30 years old, still a couple of years in him. Bergamasco, super fast player, super talented. Tamani Ellison at the Rebels is off contract. De Jong off contract. Jamie Stewart, young 27-year-old. Rob Tanner, 32, probably a bit past it there. Chalmers and Tui Tupo, 33. Probably not something we want to look at too seriously. Paul Bosch, here's Santiago Fernandez, 29-year-old, still a possibility. Tui Langi, Anthony Allen, Jason Emery at Manawatu, still very young. But we have to think about money as we look at Jordan Turner Hall. Otto Engelbrecht, JJ Engelbrecht, 26 from the Bulls. Plenty of players here. Fritz, Island, McCoy, Short. Oh, there is definitely talented man through here. Natai. Fritz again, a couple of Fritzes. Kieran Fonatia, of course, cleaned up for the Crusaders in the real Super Rugby this year. Nick DeLuca, the Scotsman. There's some real names here at outside centre. So we'll go till we get under the 70s. There we go. So Paul Jordan at the end of the list there. Well, then we don't want to look at the double up there of Holgard. We've got Tim Mickelson on the right wing. Rakabula. Goodness me, unsigned. Banahan. Oh, Matt Banahan on the right wing. Goodness me, JP Peterson. Paul Holmes. Stevenson. Another Tui Langi. Plenty of players. Masanga. How good would Masanga and Stowers be in the same team? Goodness, that could be huge. So not a huge amount of right wingers. Oh, there's Alapate Leoa, the Samoan. Cam Crawford, Craig Gilroy, Brian Sale. So some names here as we go into the mid-70s. Benjamin Fall, Rudy Wolf, 31-year-old. David Hill from France. Oh, Gonzalez Amorosino, the Argentinian versatile player. Nguyen. Wow, how many will be tempted by the speed of Nguyen? Oh, Mapo as well. On Satauti. They are plenty. Tony Kunwayu is there. Dalfava on the outside. We've got it. Oh, I'm off. Could be an addition to the Highlanders. Henry Spank still in the mix. Of course, we ditched him last year as well. Darius Smith, Cade Pokey, Rod Davies, Buxton, Popoli'i. Matt Proctor, Tommy Seymour, we know how good he is as well. Ben Lamb, plenty of speed. Oh, Hallett Petty, O'Donoghue, Leota, Moala, Tui Pelotu. Oh, some names here. Carl Eastman, Nakoro as well. Venditti. There is some real topsy Ojo. We're still in the 70s. Another PC, Bernard. Acosta. Goodness me. What players we have to pick from. Noah Kato for the right wing. We'll get down till we get into the 60s here. Quera. Waka Sadua. That is the 60s now. Let's have a look at fullbacks. Israel Dag. So I know there's a lot of Israel Dag fans out there. James O'Connor. Israel Folau. Oh, this is going to blow people's mind here. Kurt Baker. Asaya Tuiava. Plusson. The Frenchman. Stevens. Sabina. Another Frenchman. Jesse Mogg is there as well. Zane Kirchner. Oh dear. Cameron Shepherd. Verbakel. Sean Maitland. Oh dear. Spoiled for choice at the moment. Who are we going to pick up? Tom Marshall's in the mix here. More Frenchmen. Tupou. What have you got to pick from? There's Tommy Bell, Duffy, Bobo. We're going through another Soialo, Houston, Bates, Perkins. Oh, too many to pick from. Everyone's mind is going to explode with the possibilities. There's Byers as well. We know how quick he is. and how quick he can be. Still going through, we've got Kunwayu there, another Marshall. Dear me. Who are you going to pick? Who's it going to be? That is the Highlanders. What could be for 2015 player availability. And we have spots to fill. We have 1.023 million to spend at the moment. Of course, if we drop some players, that will increase. Renew some players will decrease, obviously. Keep that in mind, and we'll try and get the best squad possible for a three-peat next year in 2016. And that is me done and dusted. Now it is all up to you to see who we will sign for next season. Let me know in the comments, let me know on Twitter, let me know on Steam, anywhere you can find me. You can let me know what you think, and that is me for today, for the Highlanders career for the season. And I'll be back. We will look to the start, the signings we get for next year. And thank you all for watching, and hope you've enjoyed the season. And I'll see you again very soon. Until then, take care.